Hello, my name's Caitlin and I'm doing my debate over pet dissection in schools, and I am against it. My three main topics are that it's unethical, costly, and dangerous. Schools should ban the dissection of animals. There are many other ways that students can be taught about the anatomy of an animal that does not involve taking innocent lives. It's unnecessary and cruel. Most individuals in middle school or high school are not too interested in dissecting animals of any kind. My own personal experience of this in high school was dissecting a pregnant cat with multiple kittens in her stomach. I am a cat lover and was not interested whatsoever in dissecting an animal that I found joy in and loved. It was not very pleasant for my team members as well. None of us wanted to touch any part of the mama cat. One big issue was the smell. The smell was horrible. The lab smelled horrible, and I was not too fond of smelling the horrible dead cat smell for an hour of lab time. However, I felt horrible for the cats and kittens as they were being used for kids to dissect and then be disposed of. Animal dissection in labs is unethical. Who would want to kill an innocent animal to dissect it for a couple hours and then for it to be disposed of? I think this is considered abuse. For kids to experience this, they may think animals' lives are unimportant. Animals are cut open and discarded, representing animal abuse. Not only is this unethical, but costly as well. Schools spend a tremendous amount on animals to be dissected. Teaching kids how to abuse animals and teaching kids that animal lives are unimportant. It teaches kids that animals' lives have little importance. Dissection is unnecessary. It has been shown to dissuade some students, especially females, from entering science-related fields, and some are uncomfortable speaking up because of fear of potential ostracism from peers or teachers. Dissection in elementary schools to high school have been known to be a tradition for many years in education. It is used as a teaching tool in U.S. schools. Some defend the tradition of dissection by demanding the hands-on experience, and also saying that it makes a complicated subject more interesting and fun. It is estimated that millions of animals of various species are purposely bred or harvested from the wild every year for the sole purpose of being killed for use as dissection specimens. Dissection is academically unnecessary. Several studies have been conducted and show students who utilize humane dissection alternatives, including models and computer software, score well or even better on performance tests than students who actually participate in dissection. Frogs are the most commonly dissected animals. Other species used include cats, mice, rats, worms, dogs, rabbits, fetal pigs, and fish. No state board of education requires participation in dissection as a condition of graduation, and no college or university stipulate dissection participation as a prerequisite or for entrance into a college. In several countries, dissection exercises are no longer conducted. Alternatives can be used to meet the same learning objectives rather than the use of innocent animals. India recently banned the use of animals and the use of dissection in zoology and life science courses because of the alternatives that can essentially be used to meet the same learning experience. It is estimated that 12 million animals annually are killed for the use of dissection in the U.S. alone. The animals are killed for this reason, and so do biological supply companies to make a profit. Since there are alternatives to animal dissection, there is no need to continue to harm animals for the purpose of dissection. Dissection can be dangerous to the students and the teachers as well. The substance formaldehyde that is used to preserve biological specimens have been known to cause headaches, drowsiness, and eye, nose, and throat irritation in students performing the dissection. Dissection requires the use of cutting tools such as sharp objects. This could pose a potentially safety risk to the students, and high schools shouldn't have this exposed to students. Formaldehyde is classified as a human carcinogen, and even short-term exposure to it can be fatal. Animals are soaked in this substance known as a carcinogen, and inhaling this chemical could potentially cause a serious sickness. The use of alternatives to dissection, such as computers, lab manuals, and simulations, are more economical. They can be used repeatedly without endangering animals by taking their life. Also, this would be financially better for the educators by saving money for other things in the classroom, by replenishing the simulations that can be used over and over. Students don't need to cut up animals to understand basic anatomy and physiology. Those who plan to go into a medical field would do better to study humans in a controlled and supervised setting, and also examine human cadavers or use of any of the many non-animal learning methods available, such as those provided by computer models and sophisticated simulators. Teachers can pledge not to use animals in the classroom. They can share information with their students and staff members about their decision for alternatives rather than dissecting. Like I said, animal dissection is unethical, costly, and dangerous.